Most men get confidence wrong. They chase it like a feeling and not a skill. Today, I'll break down the 3 essential steps to skyrocketing your confidence by 99% starting now. And stick around to the end. I'm revealing an unbreakable rule that doubled my success. So let's dive in. Step 1, I call mindset mastery. This is going to be your foundation. Without rock solid beliefs, you're already on the ropes. But this isn't going to be blind faith. It's going to be your unshakable conviction that your goals are within reach and your efforts are going to pay off. Every revolutionary idea throughout all of time and every success story started with someone who locked in their internal compass. Even when everybody around them, even people they loved, said their aims were unachievable. So your belief system is that compass. When you point it at doubt and fear, you get lost. But when it locks onto success, it becomes inevitable. Your self-image in this life can be a cage or a kingdom. Your belief isn't going to be enough to get you where you want to go. Your self-image has to match that belief. But too many men sabotage themselves right here. Their self-image doesn't match with the territory that they're aiming for. And a small self-image is a small mental playing field, and a massive self-image is a limitless territory. Think of a lion confined to one zoo pen versus one roaming the sub-Saharan ecosystem. How you see yourself is how your mental performance expands. There's no universal right or wrong in this world. There's only what helps you grow as an individual. Your private self-view might clash with that of your public persona. And that gap is the true measure of your limits. So your job is to close that gap, but do it authentically. When your self-image and your actions align, you perform at your peak. Most guys talk about approaching a supermodel, but very few of them ever do. Why is that? It's because their subconscious self-image labels her out of their league. And then their own inner watchdog keeps them confined in their own junkyard. Mentally speaking. There's a story I love about Mike Tyson long before he was known as Iron Mike. He was just a young kid from Brownsville, Brooklyn, and Tyson was timid, pudgy, he had a lisp and glasses. He was bullied relentlessly because of it. And he was arrested over 30 times before he was a teenager. Beat that. His early self-image obviously was not one of a heavyweight champion. But when he met Cus D'Amato, Cus didn't just teach him to box. He rebuilt Tyson's self-image from the ground up. He convinced this scared, insecure kid that he was a force of nature, a future champion, even a gladiator. It wasn't just talk. D'Amato's belief became Tyson's own. And this ingrained hypnotic self-image transformed him from being a victim to the most terrifying fighter on the planet. His self-image became the bedrock of unparalleled ferocity. So ask yourself, do you want to be liked by many, or do you want to get what you want? Because you can't have it both ways. And once you decide, adopt affirmations that make your aim feel as comfortable as a hand in a glove. That's the mindset mastery. It's crafting a belief and a self-image so vast that no mental cage can control you. Step 2, I call the evidence edge. When doubt hits you and you're at a crossroads, it's either going to lead to action or inaction. So here's the truth. Whatever you don't change, you choose to keep in your life. So how do you break that cycle and build real, undeniable confidence? You treat it like information theory, just like it's data. First, you need to track your no's and your wins. Think about it. In sales, if you make hundreds of attempts a day, the fear you have of rejection dissolves because you realize it's a numbers game. And marketers, they might work on a campaign for months without a single sale. That's not a verdict when you fail, okay? It's just data. You embrace the feedback. That's going to lead you to your championships, just like Mike Tyson. There's this little known aspect of Kobe Bryant when he has this Mamba mentality. And we all know his insane work ethic. But in early camps, Kobe would play entire scrimmages using only his left hand. He dedicated sessions to his weaker hand deliberately because he wanted to put himself in awkward positions. He wanted to miss shots, and he wanted to turn the ball over and face failures using one of his limitations. He wasn't afraid of the no's from all the left-handed attempts he made. He was collecting data. He was building evidence. He was breaking the struggle, and he was expanding his capabilities. Every missed left-handed shot was a necessary step to make him the champion that he would become. So identify your pain points in your life and be honest about it. It might be surface goals that you have. For example, you want to get fit. Or it might be something like you're battling loneliness, mental health, and depression. You might think you're pathetic or you don't respect yourself. And that raw feeling of inadequacy, that's the pain point that needs to fuel your resolve. It pushes you further than any generic goal ever could. After you harness that, leverage small wins for big proof. Confidence isn't born overnight. It's built brick by brick using evidence. So start small. Ask a cute girl at a store if she knows where something is. Give a genuine compliment. Pitch one tiny idea to a stranger. Every small yes and every uncomfortable moment, that's going to stitch a thread in your proof bank. You're creating evidence. Don't forget, you need to override the early traumas of your life with repetition. You might be a beast at the gym, but you could freeze up socially. And what that usually is a sign of is early rejection or trauma early in your life that's sticking with you. Physical strength doesn't translate to social ease. Neither does intelligence. So the secret is to practice and rewrite your internal script. Find one micro challenge that intimidates you, just like Kobe using his left hand, and then repeat it over and over. Make eye contact with people. Hold the door open. Say hello. Look for micro activities that are slow-hanging fruit in your life. And last, I want you to reframe your internal narrative. Stop asking yourself, what if I fail? Or what if I get rejected? Ask, what if I dominate? What if it goes better than I can imagine? That's the expectation effect, and it's going to dramatically boost your performance. And it's not lying to yourself. It's priming your mind for success. You're not faking it till you make it. You're building a foundation that you're going to build on top of like bedrock. Remember, whatever you don't change, you choose. So use that evidence edge to tip the scales in favor of action rather than inaction. And in doing so, you will carve undeniable proof. Step 3. This is my last step. I call it the competence cycle. Here's the deal. Confidence is a byproduct of perceived ability in the world. Instead of hoping for courage to show up, build it by doing the thing that scares you every damn day, and start by pinpointing your keystone skill. That's the one ability that unlocks every other win. Maybe it's closing a small sale that nobody wants. Maybe it's speaking to a few people or negotiating a cancellation that nobody wants to take. It could be something even athletic, like joining your local kickboxing gym, being proud of yourself for once in your life for learning how to fight. Choose something that scares you the most, because that's where your growth lives. Now, micro learn. Break your giant Mount Everests into hills that you can summit. Pick up a new skill. It could be poker, swimming, whatever. Record a 30-second pitch of your startup idea and send it to someone without stuttering. Make a new friend in your field by adding value to their life. Give one genuine compliment to a stranger that you walk past. Log every single one of these small wins that you do. Did it feel smooth? Did you start to feel more comfortable? Did someone reply to you? These data points you're going to store up in your mental vault to become your proof. This is your personal ledger of I can do this. And they all add up until it becomes second nature. Once you get the little stuff out of the day, then layer on complexity. Tackle tough stuff, big deals, big negotiations. Constantly practice progressive overload in your life and mentally. Each new twist is going to compound your competence and your conviction. And here's the secret ingredient, and it's the privilege of progress. Your past failures, your childhood stumbles, even your biggest embarrassments, they are not scars. They're signposts. Be grateful for moments that showed you where to grow. Identify one insecurity today, no matter how small, and chip away at it. You don't need overnight miracles. Just one tiny step forward can make all the difference in accumulating your evidence bank. And this relentless focus on chipping away at weaknesses, on mastering every single detail, that's what Diego Maradona did. He's believed to be the greatest soccer player of all time. Before him, Napoli was a struggling underdog. Maradona didn't just join, he mastered the game. His confidence wasn't some magic or some prophecy. It was forged in countless hours, perfecting kicks, dribbling through defenders, making every single movement of the game subconscious and automatic. This brutal, repetitive work created an unparalleled command over the sport for Maradona. It can do it for you too. This led him to dominate the entire league and win the first 2 Series A titles. His confidence was not a gamble. It was the inevitable outcome of the relentless pursuit of mastery. So never forget this last thing. By mastering one core skill through daily drills, honest tracking, and a mindset that celebrates every stumble in your life as a lesson, you forge an unshakable foundation. Confidence isn't a feeling you chase. It's the proof you gather, and you do it one small win in your evidence bank at a time. So if you're ready to apply these steps, click the next video on the screen right now. And you know what to do. Destroy that like button and subscribe only if you're serious about separating yourself from the pack this year. This is your moment to level up in every aspect of your life.